As many may know, Russia invaded Ukraine. Not much of an invasion as where they went and they fought. They're more of just, oh, they're just occupying the space. They just surrounded, the whole country with warships. No big deal. It's gonna be completely fine in the end. And some may think that, wow, these two just got shot up. Huh. Well, and back to the point. Some are saying that World War III is inevitable. I don't quite think so. Like, for several hundreds of years, Russia's been looking for a warm water port. Like, if you go back to, like, around the Spanish succession and blah blah blah, they invaded, I think it was, I forget what country it was, but they invaded, maybe it was Prussia, but they invaded a place for a warm water port, and now they've invaded Ukraine for a warm water port, although back then they kind of used force. They haven't so much now. They kind of are in a sense, like they're just like being all big and bad and trying to be intimidating. And apparently Ukraine says they're not gonna back down, and it's gonna lead to some kind of conflict. Russia's gonna be like, oh, you guys won't give up, and Ukraine's like, no, we won't. And then Russia's gonna be like, I guess you're gonna have to. And then imagine it being like some big, huge, freak, monstrous guy on steroids facing a guy that's like, he's like a ripped muscle guy, but he's like not as big or as strong, and he's just like, yeah, we won't give up. And he's like, you guys, you may have your 700,000 active duty troops, but we get our 1 million reserve. And then Russia's like, well, we have two and a, and Russia's like, I have to use the voice, my bad. And Russia's like, well, we have 2.5 million in reserve. And Ukraine's like, yeah. And Ukraine says they're not going to give up because they think they might have a chance. We all know they don't stand a chance in terms of war against Russia one-on-one. The U.S. is somewhat getting involved. They want tensions to ease. Then they think that if Russia goes too far, they're going to. People are thinking that U.S. is going to now go in on the side of Ukraine. World War III is going to start, guys. Who wants a nuclear war? I do. No, but so I I don't know what Russia's problem is. They really didn't have much grounds to invade. People say the same thing about the U.S. and Afghanistan, but we also didn't go for the government or attack the invade the things. Whoa. Okay. We I can't. Okay. We did more for Taliban insurgent groups, get more information, protect our interests. So we don't have another 9/11. That's the grounds that we stood on. Russia's just like, oh god. Nope. Okay. Russia's just like, oh, we want a warm water port. They say it's legit. And then recently Putin said that they weren't his troops. After they said that it's legitimate, like they just said that, oh, it's fine if we have troops there. And then it's like, now Putin's saying that the troops aren't his, that they're local militia groups. And I think that's a bunch of bull crap. But hey, it, it's it's Russia. So, well, World War III's not gonna happen today. Maybe tomorrow though. I don't know. We'll see how everything turns out. Russia's being a bit of, oh god, Russia's being a bit of a douche. They're like that little baby girl, little kid on the block who's so annoying. But yes, so U.S. hopefully doesn't have to get involved. Russia just like kind of back out. Maybe they'll do like something. Maybe they'll get together, have a little bit of a tea party. They'll invite the Brits over for tea because they make good tea. Then they're gonna be like, oh guys, we want Crimea, and Ukraine's gonna be like, we can't do that, and Russia's gonna be like, why not? We'll give you like will give you money for it. Maybe that's how they could sell it. They'll settle it over money. Or, okay, or they could have, like, I don't know. Or they could have maybe an arm wrestling match. Oh, that was stupid of me. Maybe they should have, like, an arm wrestling match to settle it. Like, you got Putin versus that guy. So, yeah. I don't think that the U.S. will get involved militarily, because right now we're just trying to press sanctions, and we don't have much of NATO on our side because they get most of their oil and natural and some, like, what's it called, natural gas from Russia, like 30, like 20, in the 20s and 30s percent, while we only have, like, U.S. only has like 2, just a tiny bit of 2. We can live without it. And cool. And Russia, I don't think, what did I hit? Okay. I don't think Russia likes us too much. We've always gotten about, this could be the beginning of a Cold War 3 or World War 3. I mean, Cold War 2, my bad, my apologies. But Russia, not a force to be reckoned with. I'm sure some people are gonna wanna, well, that was awesome. But World War 3, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. If it does, drafting in Navy SEALs right here. Got a 2-man squad right here. Be army of 2. So, World War 3, not gonna happen. Cold War 2, possible. Putin, all talk, no action. He might have invaded. Maybe he's trying to be intimidating. I really don't think he's telling the truth about some of the stuff he says. And I don't think they're gonna invade by force. I mean, it's Ukraine's right to have it. So, Russians had no business invading. Blah blah blah. They didn't have any grounds to stand on. It's like, oh, we want that. It's the same excuse like saying, oh, I wanted a chair from the furniture store, and it's like, I didn't have the money, so I stole it. And yeah, so it's not gonna happen. Maybe if it did, that could be another opportunity for U.S. to get like some kind of credit, because right now we're back-to-back World War champs from both the second and the first, and it's like people don't recognize that much now. It's like, oh, U.S. they're the big bad dogs, and it's like blah blah blah. But like that's a chance for us to gain some renown here. Take on the Russians. Imagine a war just between the U.S. and Russia, just like off in some distant land inhabited by no one, just like toe to toe. Be pretty cool, but it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen today. Not gonna happen. Okay, could happen tomorrow. But yeah, do I have a? Oh, I had to shoot the command. Okay. So Russians, they're acting all big and scary. Ukrainians, they're trying to stand up for themselves. They have a long history together. Nothing's gonna happen. It's perfectly fine. Why am I not floating? Russia, Putin is, something's wrong with his head. He doesn't know what he's doing. And, yeah. That's about it. So far.